Okay, so I'll have announcements at the beginning, then we'll do the lesson. First part of the lesson is ridiculously easy. It'll take you 2 minutes to do. Then we'll start the second part. The second part of the lesson will take us 2 days. We'll start it today and you'll finish it tomorrow during class. I don't expect, and you'll have this period and next period tomorrow. So you have like an hour to work on the second part, because the second part does take about an hour. First part takes 2 minutes. So that's basically what's happening. All right. Remember that I just want to make this clear. I'm not sure if there's like confusion. The sample that you collected like last week, remember that you made it rain, parents made it rain, and then you collected it in the water bottle. One, it's important that you don't fill it up all the way to the top. So kind of, hold on. Like right here of a water bottle, not all the way to the top, because you don't want to spill it inside your house. You don't want to spill this water inside your house. Like it's really dirty water. Here, you're going to be testing it. So you want to have enough sample. If you collect like this much, you might not have enough to do your sample, right? The water that you collected, throw it away. We're not going to use this water that you've collected last week. Throw it away. That was just practicing how to collect it. Make sure you collected it. Make sure you had enough. You didn't, too much, whatnot. So that, just throw it away. We're done with that. When we do the next time, when we do the real sample testing, when we actually test the water that you collected, there's a couple of things you have to do to make sure that your sample is accurate. But yeah, so if you have stormwater in your water bottle, throw that away, kids. We're gonna collect more, so please do not store that. That was a test run, a drill, practice. So please, 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 if you have a water bottle sitting at home with polluted water, throw that away. We're gonna do a new collection like in a week or so. Please, please, please do not store that one. The number one reason we cannot use that water you already collected was your water bottle. Was it clean? So when we do the real test, you're going to have to open a brand new water bottle, take the water that's inside, put it in a pitcher, put it in a glass, drink it, but you can't drink it from the water bottle because then you're contaminating the sample. So when we get to it, you're going to need to get a brand new, clean, sterile water bottle. And you can't like, oh, I'm going to drink out of it and then wash it with soap. Well, no, because you just contaminated it with soap and that's going to come out in your results. So it has to be completely sterile from the manufacturer. So you're going to take a water bottle, you're going to pour the clean water into a clean glass, drink that separately. And then so this water is the water bottle you haven't drank from it, you didn't wash it, it's perfectly clean. That, and then you're going to pour the water in there, and that's the water you're going to test. Stephanie, for this assignment, yes, but for the real deal, you got to make sure you collect at least half a water bottle because you're going to be doing a lot of tests and you're going to need a lot of water. Okay. For those of you who had like struggled collecting the water, that's what we did a test run. If you want to do another test run, like go out there this week and kind of like, okay, how can we figure out how to collect more water? By all means, do it. If you got enough water the first time around, then you're cool. You're fine. All right. Can you guys hear me? Am I good? Can someone tell me if I'm okay? I'm good. Okay. So Miguel is just Miguel then? What do you mean, Eric? Okay. So let me share my screen. Important announcements. We have 2 announcements. I think they're pretty exciting. First announcement, equipment pickup. We have a date for equipment pickup. So when we do our next sample, when we collect our next sample, we're actually going to be testing it with chemicals. Okay. So in order to test your future sample, you will need some supplies. I will be at McFadden, the front parking lot, on Friday, May 14th from 1 to 2:34, and on Saturday, May 15th from 9:30 to 10 to hand out the supplies. Some of these supplies must be returned once we finish testing your sample. I will let you know when the drop-off date will be. So some of the samples that you need to have at home is this container, which I've showed you before, right? So I'm going to be at McFadden's parking lot, from parking lot, so you don't have to go into the front office or anything crazy like that. This I will hand out to you, and I will label it like kit 1, kit 2, kit 3. So for example, like if Ty is the first one to pick it up, he'll get test kit number 1. Why? And I'm going to test. Okay, I'm going to, test kit number 1. Ty has it. Cool. Because then in about 2 weeks or 3, I'll be like, okay, Ty, can you return test kit number 1 to McFadden? Because I need it back. You will not be allowed to keep this. You can keep all the design stuff. You can keep the ruler, the glue stick, all that stuff. Keep it. Merry Christmas. This, though, I do need back. These are pretty expensive when you really think about it. For some reason, these containers are expensive. You might think like, oh, Miss Molly, just one of them. Well, it adds up, right? So I'm gonna need this back. There's also a couple other things I gotta give you on Friday and or Saturday. So please, please, please communicate with your parents today after class or whatnot. Go, okay, Miss Amelie needs me to pick up some stuff Friday or Saturday. She's gonna show up Saturday morning. Just in case like Friday doesn't work for you guys. Hopefully Saturday works for you. You're just gonna do a quick drive-by, give you this, and you're on your way. We're gonna be needing this for the sample. So we're going to be testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to be testing the sample 6 times. So that's why you need enough water, because you're going to test it with 6 different things. And so you grab a little bit of water, you put one chemical in there, and then you grab more water, a different test, more water, a different. So you're going to have like 5 or 6 different tests happening at the same time. They don't require a ton of water, but they do add up to be maybe I would say like a good half of your water bottle. So you want to make sure you can collect enough water. You can't reuse the water test after test. Inside your kit, you'll find, test glass testing tubes. So like this one requires you to fill up this container up to here with your stormwater. It's a little bit, but it does add up, right? So this, and then we have smaller little kits that need to be filled up with with water, right? And then this other kit, and then I need to give you other testing tubes that will test for other things. So you're going to do a total of 2, 4, 6 tests, at least 6 tests. So because I have 6 chemicals for you to test, because there's a bunch of different pollutants, and in order to test for one pollutant, I need a little bit of your water plus a chemical. And if it turns, let's say, pretend purple, then that means that there's that chemical, there's that pollutant present. It's like you're literally doing chemistry. Super cool, super fun. I'm super excited about it. So, but you need your hands on this. So Friday or Saturday to pick up. Please make sure you inform your parents of the pickup. Don't be telling them on Friday, because it might be like, no, we already have plans. So tell them today, Tuesday, go like, okay, can we possibly go Friday or Saturday? She's going to be only there for Saturday for 30 minutes, though. We can't be late. It's Saturday. She got stuff to do. She has to go to the market, go back to bed and sleep. I'm just kidding. So make sure you inform your parents of the pickup either Friday or Saturday of this week. Okay. Any questions on that pickup? All right. So that's first announcement. Second announcement, 100% optional, but I asked Mr. Muniz if we could possibly take a group of students onto campus to do some activities. And we got permission to go onto campus and perform some catch basin cleanup, some sampling, and some testing on site. So here at the bottom, on-site testing, optional activity. So this one's 100% optional. It does not affect your grade whatsoever. It's just, we are allowed to go onto campus and remove the grate and do some cleanup of the storm drain, of the catch basin, take some samples and see what kind of pollutants are currently at McFadden. Okay. So I'm pretty excited. We were able to do that, but we got to follow some rules. So we have an optional opportunity to go onto McFadden and clean out a catch basin. So we'll remove the grate, look inside, take the trash out, do some cleanup, collect a sample, which you've kind of did already once, right? So we'll do it for a storm drain at 1 or 2 storm drains, or 3 or 4, however many we can find. Well, no, there's a lot, but we'll test different locations and then we'll test them. We'll do the experiment that you're also going to be doing at home, but we'll do it on site at McFadden. So it's like an additional opportunity for you to test. This activity is 100% optional. We will follow the CDC guidelines, meaning we'll be wearing a mask, we'll be socially distanced. So we still have to follow all of those rules, right? We'll be washing our hands and everything else that is required of us. It will take place on May 20th, which is a Thursday. Okay. It will be after school from 2:30 to about 3:30-ish. It's hard to say how long it's going to take us. Okay. I've never done this live with students. I would say it might take us between an hour to an hour and a half to locate the storm drains, remove the grate, clean it out, pour some water, collect the sample, and then do the testing. If you're interested, please fill out the form below. So you'll get the form if you click on the link. And if you're interested, basically sign up, right? It's 100% optional. We will meet at McFadden May 20th at 2:30. So after you're done with your classes and office hours. So first name, last name, are you interested? And then do you promise to follow the CDC guidelines, meaning you'll be wearing your mask, social distance, things like that. So this is a great opportunity for you guys to go onto McFadden, do the testing. Yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to read them. Let your parents know that this is next Thursday, but this is 100% optional. If you don't want to come to campus, that's fine. If this sounds pretty cool to you, something you can do, if it's your schedule, if it's your parents' schedule, fantastic. Sign up for it, I think it's cool. So yeah, if you have any questions or your parents have any questions, please feel free to reach out. So that's this one. So again, supplies, pick up your supplies Friday/Saturday, and then on-site optional activity is next Thursday. Okay, so those are my announcements for today. Now we're going to do some research, part 1. All right, so you guys have access, like always, to the doc. This, again, you can go at your own pace, faster, slower, whatnot. So today you'll learn about pollutants and determine why they are harmful to the environment. You've learned about like a storm drain, your watershed. You learned how to collect a sample, how to clean out your storm drain, and how to do observations. The second part of this whole unit is learning about potential pollutants that can be found in your watershed, in your receiving waters, in the ocean, okay? All of these pollutants could possibly be currently, right now, in your waterway, okay? So, biochemical oxygen demand is when people throw in food into the waterways. Like, let's go feed the fish. Let's throw bread at them in the lake. Yay, this is perfectly normal. No, it's not. It affects the oxygen levels in the water. So we abbreviate it BOD, biochemical oxygen demand. We actually are going to be testing for BOD in your sample. One of the containers literally is labeled BOD. So you'll be testing to see if in your storm drain, you have found BOD, high levels of BOD. Chloroform, you're also going to be testing for it. That's the big container. Chloroform, it shows bacteria found in the environment usually associated with fecal contamination. For our purposes, it is typically caused by bird or dog feces. So yes, this container will be testing for feces. Yay! Make sure to wear gloves. We're also going to be testing for nitrates. And we're going to be testing the pH level, phosphate, dissolved oxygen, and then the other two that I discussed earlier. So we're going to be testing for these chemicals, right? It's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. Yeah, you're going to see if there's like little, basically poop in your water. Yay. But before we do that, we're going to go to this first website. So we're going to do the first activity. We're going to, this activity is the easiest activity I've given you in like forever. It's literally going to take you 2 minutes to do this activity. So you're going to go to this website. And this website, you're going to see what watershed you live in. So let's see if you got the watershed correctly. You're going to see your receiving waters, and you're going to see if it's polluted right now. I'm going to enter McFadden's address as an example for the class. So here is the McFadden website here on the top, right here. And it shows us that the watershed that McFadden is located is the Greenville, Banning Channel, and Santa Ana River. Literally, if you live like on the other side of Bristol, you're in a completely different watershed. So take a close look at what this says, you know, and you'll realize like, oh, I got that right. Like on like lesson 3 or 4 that I asked you, or you got it wrong, and it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine if you didn't name the correct watershed. That's perfectly fine. Today, it's kind of like the day that you realize like, oh, I got it right. Or oopsie, it's the other watershed that I live in. And that's perfectly fine. Uh-oh, don't tell me that. Okay. So here, let me refresh because it's not giving me the information that we need. Uh-oh. Don't ruin it for me. Come on. You can do it. You can load. Come on. You can do it. It's okay. Let's go. There you go. Come on. We can do this. We can do this. Come on. Load. Oh, look, it loaded. So McFadden is located right here. Literally, if you live on a different street, you're going to get different data, which is super interesting. And here we can see right here where my mouse is, that's in Upper Newport Bay. A lot of us, you know, that's where our water ends up. Green means it's healthy, it's good. Red means it's impacted by something. I'm going to zoom in here. I'm going to click on this red line, which is different than that red line. If you click on it, it's going to tell you what has been found to be the pollutant. So this in the Northport slots right here, there's bacteria that was found in this part right here of Newport. All the other parts seem pretty green, pretty good. This red part, it doesn't tell me what was found. Just it's found a lot of toxic chemicals, but it doesn't really give me great detail about it. Then I randomly chose a really random zip code, and it ended up being a really good zip code to look into. It's up in LA. realize, like, look at the big difference between like where McFadden is and its waterway, which looks pretty green, and the one located in LA that I randomly chose has a lot of red on it. And then I got really lucky because this is exactly what I wanted to show you, but I wasn't sure if I was going to get lucky, and I like hit the lottery. So the LA River, which is sometimes on the news, especially if it rains. Look at the list of all of the pollutants that have been found currently in the LA River. Trash, oil and grease, nitrogen, metals, bacteria, ammonia. So all of these are currently right now testing positive in the LA River. Is my voice glitchy for anybody else?
No.
No? Miguel, do you want to see if you want to like log off of Zoom and then log back in to see if the audio and I stop freezing for you? I promise not to say anything important while you're gone. Like if you log off and log back in, maybe you'll get a better connection. Right, that's what I'm thinking. Like if the rest of the class is okay, I don't sound glitchy and I'm not freezing, then it's usually that one student. If so, Miguel, if you want to log off of Zoom and then just log back in just to like reconnect. All right, so here, LA River, there's a lot of pollutants there, right? So your first assignment is to go onto this website, type in your address, show me the colors, and take a screenshot. Okay, that's your first assignment. First assignment, go to this website. First assignment, sorry, go to this website, take a screenshot, and that's all you have to do. And upload that picture. That's it. All you have to do. Awesome. So right now I'm going to give you about 10 minutes, maybe a little bit less. You're going to be basically doing this. Whoops, let me draw here. About 10 minutes. Super easy. It's going to take you 2 minutes to do. Click on it. Type in your address, take a screenshot of the whole thing. This information you're going to be using on the second assignment. But the first step is like, well, dude, can you find it? Can you take a screenshot? Can you figure out what pollutants are there? And take a screenshot, and then that's it. Okay, I'm gonna set my timer for about 10 minutes. I'll do 9. Okay, go. This is the easiest assignment I've given you in like forever. It's so once you type in your address up here, literally when you type in your address, it says it up here. Ah, right there. My watershed, the McFadden Watershed is the Greenville Banning Channel. From there, it goes to the river. Literally, if you live like 2 blocks this way or 2 blocks that way from McFadden, it's completely different. And it's pretty cool to see the screenshots that you guys are sending me, because some of you have way more red than this location, which to me is fascinating, because even though we live in Santa Ana, we're sending our waters to different locations, and we're impacting the waterways, the receiving waters so differently. And it's just like super awesome to see. Yeah, because I'm turning into an environmentalist. All right, go. You don't need any other prior knowledge at all for this assignment. All you have to do is go to that, type in your address, take a screenshot, boom, upload. You just gained yourself 15 points. Easiest assignment I've given you in a very, very long time. Anyone and all of you can do it. Can't wait to see it, Diego. Can't wait to see it. I don't know about you, but now, I mean, whenever I'm in the car and driving around Santa Ana or whatnot, I all of a sudden now I see all of these like channels and all of these different places, receiving waters, channels, storm drains. All of a sudden I see them all. It's okay, Ty. Like I thought I didn't realize McFadden was Greenville banning. I thought it was the Delhi one for Greenville. So I also was a little bit off. I thought it was Delhi, but nope, it's on this side. Some of you might be Delhi. And it's interesting to see how many different ones are just in Santa Ana alone. So again, right now you're literally doing the easiest assignment. And this is where like you clearly show me who is 100% not paying attention in class. Because this is the easiest assignment, right? Like for those of you doing it, you're like, yeah, I can see how she totally knows who is with her and who is totally disconnected to the class. Because you don't need anything other than your home address, screenshot, you're done. So this is like the best assignment to give to see if kids are really listening to me or they haven't. Oh, I love it. Love it. I mean, what? Oh. Yes, Stephanie, exactly. Exactly. You guys thought it was weird, but there was a reason why I did it. All right, so now let's do the second part. Second part will take you about 2 days. It is not due until tomorrow after class. I'm going to give you the rest of this period, which is about, let's say 30 minutes, and tomorrow 40 minutes. So I'm going to give you about an hour total to do this second part of this activity. So we're still on lesson 9. Now we're going to do this bottom part. So you're going to go to what is called this Webquest. A Webquest is a website that has been designed for you, specifically for you, for us in our class. It's not a website that anybody can just go to. No, it was specifically designed for this class. So all the information that is there is for us. It's not like Wikipedia where it's like, is this real information? Is this false information? Who wrote this? No, this website has all the information that we need. Okay. You're going to go to this Webquest, which is here. You can follow along right now, and then you can access it a little bit later, just so you guys understand. So has like an introduction. You're going to read through, hit next, some more, and then a funny joke. Ha ha ha. Talks about Watershed again. Just quick review. So your first step is to identify the pollutants that are in your watershed. So you already did that by going to this website and figuring out if your waterway is contaminated by pollutants currently. Okay. Then you're going to pick 3 of the pollutants and do research on them using this website. Miss O'Malley, my waterway are all green, or they don't list a pollutant. Sometimes, like on some of my waterways, they didn't list a pollutant. They just said, toxins. And you're just like, well, what are the toxins? Give them to me. And they don't. So if you're out there going like, it doesn't say it's contaminated, it's all green, or there's only one contaminant, then you're going to just select on your own a total of 3 pollutants to research. Okay. So there's oil and grease, copper, lead, zinc, TSS. We're going to do a TSS. We're going to test for TSS, I believe. We're going to test for nitrates. We're going to test for BOD. We're going to test for coliform. I don't think we're going to test for salt. So you need to do research on a total of 3 pollutants. Okay. Either the ones that listed on your watershed, or if none were listed, only one was listed, then you get to choose the ones you want to do research on. So here is a list of some of the pollutants. You're going to choose 3. You're going to do the reading, and they have videos. You're going to watch the videos. Some of them have like 2 videos, but they're pretty short. Okay, so you're going to choose a total of 3. Then what you're going to do is, once you're done with your research, and I'm going to show you the questions so you know what you're looking for in your research. Here is the quiz, right? As a student, this is your view as a student. There are a total of 12 questions. I kind of put the 2 main questions as the instructions. So if you don't want to open your quiz in fear of it shutting down on you, and if it does shut down, just email me and I'll reopen it. Don't worry about that. So here are your 2 main questions. So I'll go over in general, the quiz, and then I'll go back up. So you're going to be, first off, it's just questions about your drain again and your watershed. Then get to know the potential pollutants of your drain. You're going to do the Webquest. Okay. So first thing is pollutants name or acronym. Sometimes their acronyms are like, instead of saying, what is it? TSS is an acronym, right? It stands for total suspended solids. But instead of calling it total suspended solids, we use an acronym, TSS. So if you're going to use that, you can just use TSS. You don't have to type in the whole 3 words. Okay, so let's say you chose to do TSS. Awesome. So here is the first basic question I'm going to ask you of all of your pollutants. What are the sources of pollutant number 1? In this case, TSS. In your waterway or drain. If none are listed, then select the pollutants from the Webquest. Where would the source of the pollutants be? So where is this pollutant coming from? In your research, you will discover, oh, it's coming from people fertilizing, car runoff, the oil from the cars, farmers, animals, people, the lake. In your research, you'll figure out where is this pollutant coming from in your research. The second main question I'm going to ask you over and over again is, how is pollutant number 1, in this case TSS, harmful to the environment and or humans? Oh, I don't know, but you will know once you read and watch the video. Okay, and then you'll go down to pollutant number 2. So you're going to pick a second pollutant, right? Whatever pollutant you want to research, you want to learn more about. Same question. What are the sources of pollutant number 2? So basically, where does this pollutant come from? Oh, pollutant number 2, nitrate is known to come from blah, blah, blah. Where do I fill in that blah, blah, blah from? The research here, right? Where's nitrate? Nitrate right here. So where does this pollutant known to come from? Oh, it's coming from the plants, coming from humans, coming from farms. So you're going to learn, right? All about where nitrates come from. Then how is this harmful for the environment and humans? So again, we're repeating the same question, but it's different based on the pollutants that you choose. Then pollutant number 3, same thing. Where is it sourced from and how is it harmful? Okay. So I wrote those 2 main questions up here. So I think before you even start the quiz, those 2 main questions are visible to you. So as you're doing your research and you're taking down notes, you realize like, okay, I got to make sure I understand from each pollutant, where is it coming from? And how is it harmful to the environment and or humans? Again, you're going to choose 3 pollutants. You're going to do research on it using the Webquest, using the little like paragraphs that are out there and the videos. Each pollutant has its own video, sometimes 2 videos. So choose 3 that are interesting to you. I mean, if I were you, I would be choosing the pollutants that are either found in my waterway or ones that I'm testing. And the ones that I'm testing are nitrate, coliform, and BOD. I know those 3 I'm 100% having you test. So you can do your research on those, okay? I need you to answer each of these questions in complete sentences without using the word it or they. Right here, answer each question with a complete sentence. No complete sentence equals 0 points. Do not use the word it or they. If you want to answer it using 2, 3, 4 sentences, that's perfectly fine. But please do not write it's bad. Farmers. Kills people. Like, no, what? Huh? Complete sentences. Okay, guys? So make sure you write in complete sentences. We have about 20 minutes left in class. That's enough time to probably do some good research on one of your topics, one of your pollutants. Well, and also you got to read the intro too. So you're going to quickly skim over, read through the home page, the introduction, task, the process, and then pick 3. I would say you probably have just enough time to do 1. And then tomorrow, you're gonna have the whole period to do the other 2 plus the write-up. I don't expect you to do this after class today. It's due tomorrow. I'm gonna give you 40 minutes tomorrow to do the other 2. So start with 1 today and then 2 tomorrow during class. Any questions? Due today is this one, lesson 9 screenshot watershed map, due on the 11th. A lot of you already turned that in. It's the easiest assignment. This drain research is not due until tomorrow. So if you didn't finish today, don't worry about it. You're gonna have all period tomorrow to work on it. Work on those complete sentences from your Webquest, okay? Make sure you tell your parents about the equipment pickup and the optional on-site activity. I recommend that a lot of you really try to make it to this activity. It's pretty cool. You get to hang out at school, do some experiments, right? Completely optional though. You don't have to if you don't feel comfortable coming or you can't come. I understand. But if you can like reach out to your friends that are in the class, be like, hey, let's get together, let's do this. We'll get to see each other, spend an hour, and we'll be conducting some experience along the way. If you don't feel comfortable cleaning out the catch basin, you don't have to clean it out. You can be part of the team that collects the sample. So if you're like, Miss Millie, I want to go, I would just want to do the testing, but I don't want to get like, dirty. That's perfectly fine. There's a lot of jobs out there for us. All right, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Emails works best. I have office hours today. So yeah, if not, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. Keep working, keep doing stuff. Thank you, Diego. Bye, everyone. You too. Thank you. Bye, everyone. Adios. Que les vaya bien. Good luck. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.